All right, so this is take 3. If the dogs bark again, you're just gonna have to hear it. We're in my kitchen today. I've had a lot of people ask about my shake protocol that I follow. If this is your first time watching me, I had tonsil cancer in 2022, and as a result of that, I still have a very big difficulty eating a lot of food. I mean, if I eat a quarter of a sandwich a couple of times a day, or a small meal, which is probably 2 ounces of meat with vegetables, it's a lot. So I've had to find other ways to supplement myself. And I'm also very interested in preventing myself from getting sick or getting cancer, keeping my immune system strong. So we're going to go over today the shake that I drink 5 days a week at least, and the juicing protocol that I do. And I need a drink anyway. So just to inform you on that. So every day when I get up, I do a couple of things first. First, I eat a few grains of Celtic sea salt. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. I take that and I eat that before I drink my water. The water, I don't want to drink that. The water, I distill my own water. And if we could turn this around, I could show you the distiller because I'm doing that right now. I have a distiller. I don't know if you know, but plastic bottles are horrible for you. And I've tested the water. My home water is actually decent enough to drink because I'm on a spring, but I still distill it because you just never know. So I make distilled water and then I put lemon in it, and for the electrolytes with the salt. And I eat the salt about 5 or 6 times a day, just a couple of pieces, take a drink of water. And the reason for that is that the salt, number 1, is necessary for your body, and number 2, it helps your cells absorb the water, okay? Because I do work out most days. I'm getting better at working out most days. Thank you, Kelly Musa. Shout out to you and Rusty John. You both are inspirations to me. So, this is the first thing I do in the morning, is have at least 8 ounces of water before I work out, okay? Then I will have a hard-boiled egg or something for a protein to start my morning off for food. And then I make my shake. So the components of this shake are all cancer-fighting components for the most part. The first part we're going to go over is called the Budwig Diet, and you can research it. Budwig was a German scientist that discovered this protocol that helped cure and prevent cancer. Okay, so the Budwig diet starts off with flaxseed. So if you are sick and doing this protocol, everything that I do, you want to double. Okay? But because I'm no longer sick and I'm just on a prevention, I do everything single. Days that I have a hard time eating, I should do 2 of these to boost my calorie intake. Because double will give you between 12 and 1,500 calories. And the single gives me between 6 and 7 or 800 calories, okay? So anyway, so for me, for the purpose of this, I have a Ninja that I make everything in. Now, these are flax seeds. You can get them on Amazon. So I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of flax seeds in here. Now it's important that you grind the flax seeds up daily. I lost my lid. The reason you want to do it daily is they lose their oil and their potency if you do it ahead of time and let them sit. So do it right when you're going to make your shake, okay? So this is the first thing that I do. I put this in here, and I'm going to grind this up just for a second. And I have a paper towel here that I'm going to dump these out on for a second, okay? So now, the next thing we're going to put in here is 3 tablespoons of cottage cheese. So if you're sick and you're going to double this, you'll put 6 tablespoons in. And the flax seeds, you would have done 2 tablespoons. Okay? So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of cottage cheese. And for this recipe today, I'm doing 1.5 tablespoons of flaxseed oil. Okay, so now the reason I dumped the flax seeds out is so that I can mix up. Sorry, I need a spoon. I need to mix this up, okay? Because the flaxseed oil, your body can't absorb it if it's not mixed with something that it can bind to first. So we're just going to stir this up really good. I used to mix it with the Ninja, but it just gets so messy. Okay, so just stir that up, and then after I do that, let's see. After I do that, there you go. I'm now going to dump my flax seeds back in, and I will add the rest of the ingredients. This is the flaxseed oil that I use. You can get this on Amazon also. Cameron, I think that's like a $40 container, okay? Those flax seeds, by the way, that I had in such a big bag, they've lasted me 2 years now. Okay, now, next. So this is all Budwig Diet, remember? Okay, so we have flaxseed, cottage cheese, flaxseed oil. The next part of the Budwig Diet is fresh blueberries, okay? And I put in about a half a cup of blueberries, okay? I only have a few left, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of them in for today. Okay, so also part of the Budwig Diet is strawberries. You can put strawberries in here, okay? So that then is the end of the Budwig Diet. That's the first protocol that I do. Now, the next protocol in this shake that I do for my health is honey. I try to buy organic local honey as often as I can. So this, I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in here. Okay. Now, this is where we get into the stuff that causes some controversy with some people. Not because it causes health issues, just because people think I'm a conspiracy theorist. And that's fine, think it all you want. Since I started doing this shake in 2023, I finished my treatments in August of 22, and I was suffering tremendously. I couldn't eat, I couldn't put on weight. I was drinking milk to try to keep myself alive. I was drinking like 8 glasses of milk a day because I couldn't get anything in me. to cause myself to gain weight, and I wanted to work out because I wanted to get back to health. So it was a real struggle. And this shake, interesting story, I had an Airbnb guy come stay with me, and he used this shake to save his life. He had stage 4 cancer and was pretty much gonna die or figure something out on his own. And he started doing these shakes for himself. And he happened to come here and stay with me, and he's the one who shared with me this protocol for the shake, for distilling the water, and that's it. He also shared some, different doctors that I could follow that believe in these protocols. All right, so this is ivermectin, okay? I buy this from Tractor Supply. It is the horse paste. Been doing it for, again, 2 years, 2.5 years now. No problems, only when I count. Sometimes I tap my foot. I'm kidding. Anyway, so I've marked off the container for myself to know this is for a 1,250-pound horse. So you could see each little line on this is about 50 pounds. So I do 3 lines if it's about 150 pounds worth. Now I only weigh 125 pounds. But you can't hurt yourself by taking a little bit more than you need. With the ivermectin, if your body can't absorb it all, it just eliminates it. So there's no harm, no foul there. So I'm going to gently push this up to get it to where I need it to be. Okay? So it's about that much. All right? And then I'm just going to take that off of there and knock it into the shake. Now, this ivermectin, depending on where you are, if you're sick and you're trying to heal yourself, right, you should take this every day. But for me, because it's preventative, I do it once a week, okay? And I'm not telling you not to do your regular doctor's appointments or anything like that, not to do treatments. That's for you to decide. But these things have been proven to help people. I know so many people that have done this and helped themselves. So there's your ivermectin, okay? There are doctors online that will prescribe it now, so you can look into that if you're not comfortable with the horse paste, but I'm fine with it. Again, I've been doing it 2 years, so I'm good with it. The next controversial part of this is fenbendazole, all right? Some of you may be familiar with fenbendazole. This is called fenbendazole 222. It's a white powder. This is a dog and cat dewormer. Okay? Now, the fenbendazole comes with its own little handy dandy spoon, and that's the serving size. So I just take that out and rub it off, right? And put that in. There. Okay, so now this is the third cancer fighting protocol, all right? So the first one was the Budwig Diet. The second one was the ivermectin. The third one is the fenbendazole. Okay? Now, next, I put in cachava. Cachava is not to fight cancer. Cachava is to give myself the nutrients and stuff that I need in a day. Now, ideally, I'm only going to put 1 scoop in this, and ideally later today I'll have another shake without all of this stuff. That's just cachava. If I'm having a hard time eating, this is how I will supplement myself the rest of the day. So the cachava comes with its own scoops. I'm at the bottom of this bag, so it's hard to get them up out. Now this you can buy on Amazon, but I buy it directly from Kachava. They have a subscription plan that you can follow. So this is the scoop size that I put in here. I put that in. Okay, and we're almost done with the shake. All right, next I'm going to step away for a second. I'm going to grab a little bit of ice. Okay, there's my ice. And then this is my distilled water. I'm going to put this in. Okay. Now all this is going to get mixed up. Disappear and blend it. All right, now we can just go ahead and pour this in this cup. Stand to the side so you can see it. It's really quite delicious. I enjoy it a lot. So that's a good thing. Now, unfortunately for me, I have to add one more thing to this. This is just for me because I still have some issues. Because I don't eat enough, or, you know, I tend to dehydrate because I can't drink enough. So I put 5 prunes in here. And I add a little bit of the prune juice. I'm the only one eating it, so it doesn't matter if I lick my fingers. Okay. Then I'm going to put a little bit more water in here. And then I'm going to blend this up and add it to my shake. Okay. And there's my shake. And I'm just going to pour this in there. And that's it. The shake is complete. Okay. All right, now. The last part of what I do that is cancer prevention is grapes. I cannot eat enough of these to do what I need to do. So I will juice about 20 to 40 grapes a day and drink them. I have a juicer here, and this is great. So I'm just going to go through everything that I juice with you real quick. Okay, so I juice that and drink it. I will now also juice 2 to 3 oranges a day. Those I don't run through the juicer. I do it the old-fashioned way with one of these guys. And I drink that. And I also juice about 5 ounces of apples. Let's not do ounces. I do 2 apples, about 12 carrot sticks, and 1.5 celery stalks. And I mix that together. So I will drink that. Now, in the perfect world, I have all of this every day. But some days, honestly, I just can't do it. You know, I go through phases where I can't do it. But that's it. I really just wanted to show you the shake today, which I love. And you have to kind of drink it quickly since I started putting the prunes in it because it gets too thick. But that's it. Again, guys, I'm not suggesting that you don't follow your doctor's protocols. And of course, ask your doctor if it's okay for you to do this stuff. My doctors know I'm doing it. And they think I'm a different kind of case. Because they've never seen anybody progress the way I have. The last thing that I do, because of having the radiation, my thyroid was having problems. My numbers were really bad. So I do, where's my glass? Oh, here it is. Okay. I do, sorry. I have a shot glass. Okay. I fill it about halfway up with water. And this is J. Crow's iodine. Okay. So for my thyroid, I do 6 drops of this. And I just drink that. I do that every day. 5 days a week. Again, guys, do your research. You've got the Budwig Diet, you've got the ivermectin, the fenbendazole, the grapes, okay? The iodine. This is not cancer. This is just for, because my thyroid got damaged from the treatments, okay? So cancer fighting protocols, Budwig Diet, ivermectin, fenbendazole, and grape juice. All right? Awesome. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions, let me know. Ask your doctors. And get yourselves healthy. Exercise. Exercise with me. All right. Bye.